Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 22 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 11. And here is our sketch for today, and this is by Alison Krogsgaard, and her Instagram link will be below in the description box. I have this picture of my son and our dog that is super cute, and I am going to use Paige Evans' Splendid Collection. The great thing about this sketch, and really most of the sketches, they're super flexible, and you can turn this into something more floral like the sketch kind of implies, or you can make it more, toned down and turn it into something more masculine, or whatever you want to do with this. It is pretty versatile and I love the simplicity of it. So I have lots and lots of embellishments. Not as many embellishments as I have paper. I have the entire paper pad as well as the project pad. So, and a couple of loosey-gooseys that I got at probably Joann's. So, we shall see how all that comes together. So I have plenty of paper, quite a few embellishments, this super cute picture of my son and dog, and this awesome sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I'm trying to figure out what the layers are going to look like. I know I want something kind of muted for the background because I want everything in the strip of paper at the top to pop. But those little strips over there on the right side, also, I don't want them to disappear into the paper. So that's what I'm looking for, because those are going to be part of my little strips at the bottom. So I decided to pull this bright pink as my matte because the sketch does reflect a matte behind it. And then I love this green. It's such a gorgeous paper. It's ombre and it's greens and yellows, and the little strips of paper that I have over there to the right are going to stand out pretty darn well on this layout against this paper. So the first little strip that I cut of that white floral is too short. I knew that my matting papers were about 3 inches wide, and I knew I wanted a gap between that cluster of embellishments and picture before getting to the side of the layout. But I cut it too short, so I just recut a 12-inch strip, and I will use that other, I think it's 10-inch maybe that I cut. I'll use that for something else at another time. So I put the pink and yellow floral down, and then I'm going to mat my picture on this cut apart because it says something like squeeze the day, and I don't really need that. So I went ahead and I cut that down. You can still see a little bit of the flower right there above my son's head. That does not bother me whatsoever. It's a flower which goes along with this entire layout, so I'm okay with that. If it was like words or something, I wouldn't want that. But if it were somewhere to where I could put an embellishment to cover it, that would be okay. Like if it was over further to the right where there's nothing, or down below by the feet or something, I could have covered that. But since it's a flower, it goes along with the whole theme and it's not a problem. And then I put the other paper down on the right side, and then I trim off the excess white on that end. And now I am going to lay these bits and pieces down. And most of these are branding strips, except a couple actually came from the border strip paper that came in the paper pad. That top blue one, and I think the very bottom blue one came from that. And I'm just going to put this piece of double-sided tape right here to keep these together, and then I'm going to flip them over and adhere them better to the layout. And I know that they are not going to be directly straight across. They actually kind of crisscross a little bit, and there's an orange strip in there that kind of disappears a little. I'm okay with that. I wasn't intending on them being a perfectly straight and lovely. I want to get a little bit of them covered up. I don't want it to be all uniform, the same size, same width, and all that. So I just get those in a place where I'm happy. And now I am going to work on embellishing up here, and I want to have kind of an evened out amount of that darker green and that limey colored green, and then those florals. So I'm going to change out the flower on the right side because I have another flower that looks pretty much is the same as the one on the left. And I'm just trying to make sure that I have a little bit of everything going on and all the colors covered, but I don't want that You Are Loved to get covered up either. So on the sketch, she has, it looks like, I think it says Forever on the right here where I'm about to put this title. And then she's got another like wordy bit on the right side going down. That says With Gratitude, and it is super cute, and I like that concept. I have a hard time sometimes putting words sideways, but I thought that this little tag that says beautiful would be fine because you don't have to turn the page to see what that says, and really you don't have to turn the page to see what hers says either. But it's hard for me sometimes. I think we had another layout earlier, maybe even the first one, that had the title going straight down, and I don't know. It's probably just because it's hard for me. So, but it looks cute, when people do it. So, I didn't really want any more wordy bits right here, but I did want something to cover the bottom where everything is coming together. So I put this little oval chipboard down here. I didn't use any more of the chipboard, which I hadn't planned on doing, but I felt like by the time I finished doing everything, that I'm about to do, I felt like it was done. Like I don't think that it needed anything else. So I am gathering up these little florals that came with, it was a separate pack, ephemera pack that I bought, and it had a ton of these little, I think they're plastic flowers, and then there's smaller ones, and so I just put those down here and made like this little cluster to cover those holes from the branding strips. And I'm going to add a little sparkle and shine in there as well to bring out the gold that's already in this layout. Like the top of that beautiful tag is gold, and then that chipboard that says something about homegrown or something like that. That's got in gold, that has gold like around the frame and stuff. So I thought I'd go ahead and bring that in. So I use my gold stickles to put a little dot in the middle of each of my flowers. So it's a layered flower. There's 2 layers on each of them, either hot pink or yellow. And then I add this little gold dot in the middle, which helps it adheres down and stay in place, as well as adds a little sparkle and shine. So then I get the sticker book out and I add a couple things. Like I put the word love up here. I add a couple little floral embellishments, which I like because they're kind of subtle because they're so small and they're clear stickers. So you can still see what's going on behind them, but it just adds a little something extra and uses up some more things out of my sticker book. So this sticker book, you would think was like significantly depleted, but it really isn't. It still has quite a bit in here, especially like all these food bits and pieces. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Now in the sketch, it does not have anything in the bottom right corner, but I wanted a little place for journaling, and I thought that this bright pink would help bring the background pink forward. And so I just put it down here on the bottom, and I'm not going to journal on camera, but I will journal later. It's not because it's private, but just because I got to figure out exactly what I want to say. At this time, that dog is not our dog. She was living with my husband's mother. And so due to some things that had happened, she asked if we wanted to have her. And of course, we did not hesitate to answer that question. And so in 2020, we went down and picked her up when we went for 4th of July. So, and have had her ever since. She stays with my husband and over where he is. And so we still get to see her whenever we want to, which is fabulous. But I don't have to vacuum her hair off my carpet. So it's a win-win. So bless her heart, love her. And whenever he goes out of town, me and my son will go over and dog sit. And of course, whenever we go to town, he comes over and dog sits for our box-ador that stays with us, who I'm sure you all have seen video layouts done of, because I document my dogs all the time. And if I don't document my big dog, Rocky, my son gets mad at me because he's his favorite subject. So, but he also adores when I document this sweet girl because she is his favoriteest thing, other than Rocky, of course. And so he adored her back then and kept asking us if we could have her. And of course, at that time, it was not even an option. But when she called, it was Father's Day 2020, actually, and she called and asked James if we were interested. And he asked me first because he knew if he asked the kids, the answer would have been an immediate yes. So she was a happy addition and a very hairy addition to our family. So, but anyway, I am just adding little bits and pieces. There were some floral clear stickers in the sticker book, and I felt like they would go fine down without having to be matted on white or anything, because they stand out enough. I don't want them to be in your face, but they're an extra little vertical line or diagonal line from the top right kind of down. I didn't go all the way down though because I didn't want it to go down any further than that. So, and then I add a couple hearts up there from the embellishment stuff, and I am done. This is such a cute sketch, you guys. I love this so much, and I will be utilizing it again. You can make your picture bigger and make the section bigger. You can make it smaller. You could add more than just the one picture. There are so many things you can do with these sketches. I just love the versatility. As soon as you get around the fact that you don't have to copy them like verbatim exactly the way they are, the entire world opens up for you, honestly. So anyway, I hope you go below and check out Alison's Instagram, as well as the playlist that is linked below for all of the people who are hopping along with 30 Days of Sketches. If you're interested in the sketches, you can go to Facebook and join the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Hope to see you again soon, and happy scrapping.